Hey card making friends, welcome to Embossing Folder Magic number 5. Today we're going to play with the Joseph's Coat technique and make a card. I asked if you wanted a video on this background and you said yes, so here it is. My color inspiration came from the shirt that I bought in Hawaii a couple of years back, and so we have Sprout, Orchid, Marine, and we're going to drag with Iris. The embossing folder for the cards is Dotty Contour, but I wanted to try this technique on Presto Pop as well. So I'm going to ink that one up while we're working through this. Both of the card fronts are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 hammer mill cardstock, and you are just going to take your ink and your ink blending tools, and you are just going to randomly add ink all over the front of this panel. And this is how the Joseph Coat technique starts. And then normally what you do is you have a solid image and you stamp it with clear embossing powder all over it. And then you do the swipe and rub it off, and the colors come through where the solid embossing was. Okay, so I'll do a video on that in a couple of weeks. So what we're doing today is we're doing kind of a variation of that technique, Joseph's Coat with the embossing folders. So it's kind of a cross between that and the Blackout technique. Okay, so I'm just laying down all of my colors, coming in with the purple, have the blue done. Again, this is Sprout, Orchid, Marine, all from Simon Says Stamps. They're positively saturated inks. And you want to make sure the entire surface is covered. If there's any white spots, this technique may show them up. Okay, so we're getting just about to the end of that. We are ready to emboss our panel. Okay, so I have this one and I'm doing a little test. I already embossed it and I put the color on afterwards. This one is the one I just colored and now it's embossed. And you want the dots facing up on the ink side. Okay, so now we're going to do our pull. I'm going to get my rag here, so hopefully I can keep my fingers clean. We are going to go down and pull, and you want to give it a bit of a heavy hand because you want to get that ink into the flat little background pieces. So this does take a little bit of work, but you don't want to press so hard that you cover the entire thing and you don't have any background showing. So there's kind of a happy medium in there. It's easier to go back and forth over it a whole bunch of times than it is to press down really, really hard and oversaturate the panel. And what's really cool about this is you get all these little ziggy lines. It's very cool. It reminds me of a neon sign for some reason. Isn't it cool the way it all lights up? And I like this color combination too. So here's one where I did it on the other side. And so all you see are the dots. The dots have the color. Everything else is covered. But when you look at the other one, you kind of get all these little worms, which is very cool. Okay, so let's try this one. This one I did the ink on after I had embossed it, and I wanted to see, I probably should have used the same embossing powder or folder, but I wanted to see what this one looked like as well. So I don't think I got quite as much ink down into the flat spots as I did if I had inked it before, but maybe I'll try it again with another one and see what happens. But this one's pretty, so it'll be a background for future. The Dotty Contour by far gives you a better fun technique. I just think this one's really, really cool. Okay, oh, and Simon has new blending brushes. Check these out. They're round. They're about the same size, but they have a nice stubby handle, which is kind of nice. I'm looking forward to playing with those. Okay, so we used the Dewdrop Daisy for the other two cards, and I have another card layout for you today. I figured I may as well give you 3 to choose from. So don't forget you want an extra panel because you need to cut out the flower circle, and you also need to cut out the flower center, okay, and the sentiment. And by doing that, you get those cool little dots on it at the same time. So there's my other 2 cards. Now we're going to do a new one, and we're going to play with the Embossed Squovals, which is a new die set this month from Simon, and they're very cool. There's actually 4 in there. I have 2 out on the counter to show you how to cut out a frame. So if you use the 2 side by side, cut them out, and then you end up with a cool frame. And I'm using a side folding A2 size card, which is turning into a top fold because I turned it. And I have a couple of sentiments here, either the hugs or the hello, the giggles. I like these, they're cute. And so you cut the sentiment out of the designer paper that you have created, and then the background is from white cardstock. And I'm using the thin tip on the Barely Art glue just so I don't get too much glue on this. Okay, have to move so I can get the top of the L. This is kind of fiddly, but that really fine tip glue really helps. And I always find laying that down also helps put these together, and that way I can slant them and get everything nice and straight. And as you can tell, I pre-cut all of this. I did 2 each of the Dewdrop daisy pieces so that I ended up with 2 flowers. There's 2 dies for the flowers, and so when you put them together, you want to offset them so that the flower looks nice and full. Okay, and then we're going to do I'm going to put a foam square on the back of the flower center just to add some depth to the flower. So don't glue that down. You want to wait and add that later. We're also going to be cutting apart the stem and the leaves because we're not going to use the stem for this card. And again, I'm going to have foam squares on the back of all of those pieces. So I've added the foam to the back of my frame, and I'm going to pop it down, hopefully on the center of my card. And the little square corner, I'm going to put that in the top left because I want that kind of showcased when we start putting this together. Again, I have another foam square on the bottom of the flowers. So I'm going to add my 2 flowers first, and then my flower centers, which have a foam square on them. Okay, and then we're going to cut apart the stem and the leaves for both of these. And we're going to add some leaves just to the back of each of these flowers. And don't put the 2 skinny ones on the same flower like I'm doing right now. And oh, look, I just noticed. Thankfully, I didn't squish it down real hard. Okay. That green really adds a nice little pop, and it really brings out the green that we put into the background. Okay, and get the release paper off of our sentiment, and I'm going to pop that right into the center. For a minute there, I thought about the top left-hand corner, but I like the center better. There we go. So here's all 3 cards that I designed with this fun background. The description and how to make the first 2, I will link. There is a separate blog post for that one. I will link that underneath this one. And then there is a blog post for today's card, which I will link to that as well. And I thank you once again for joining me for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up and sharing it with your friends. I would really appreciate that. And here's a couple more videos I thought you might like. Until next time, toodles!